This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so Ruby Rose is trying to flex on Twitter or whatever she's on. She says, I have $700K left to pay on my house. My interest rate is at 9%. Should I just pay it off or do a refinance? Smart people answers only. Well, she's just trying to flex that she has a house that's probably worth like $1 million, you know. She put down a certain amount. She's trying to pay it off, or she's gonna pay. She could just pay it off if she wants. Well, you know, if you're not going to invest the money, I would just pay it off. You know what I mean? Because you're going to pay. That's the thing about a house loan. If you do the math, you know, you end up paying a lot more if you do the full 30 years or 15 years. So you should try to pay it off as fast as possible. But, you know, some people, if you can make more in the market with the money, then you're paying on the interest. Sometimes people do it that way. It depends on your math. I mean, I would refinance. I mean, geez, she must have bought her house recently to get a 9%, in the past 2 to 3 years, I'd say. But hey, it is what it is. All right, 9%, I'm saying, because it was 3 to 4%, 2019 to like 2022. Then it went up. Then the rates went up a lot. Finesse2Tymes recalls the first time he met Kevin Gates in the club, where he came alone. He waited in line and walked through. Okay, so he says, when I first met Kevin Gates, it was in Miami at a club. Players, my first month out the feds. I watched the whole time. He didn't come through the back door like other celebrities. He waited in line and came through the front door like regular people. When I noticed he was alone, he embraced me, and I asked him, hey, why you by yourself? He looked at me and said, because don't nobody love me, without a smile on his face. I laughed it off, but now I see what he mean. Bro, it depends on how you construct your life, bro. If you keep doing people dirty, they ain't gonna love you, man. They ain't gonna love you. Kevin Gates just did his wife something dirty. Okay? Yeah, so probably nobody does love Kevin Gates. He's probably not a great person. I don't care how much he preaches, love yourself, whatever Kevin Gates preaches. Be aware. That's all I'm saying. Okay, we got Erica Banks. Somehow she filmed in the back of the cop car while on the way to the cop station. So anyways, yeah, she was let out from being caught with a gun at the airport. So yeah, her lawyer says they can beat the charges. You're not supposed to have a gun anyways in your purse going through TSA. Mind you, the gun was stolen on top of everything. So it's like, I don't know. Offset, he's about to release new music, so he's dropping a lot of visuals. I think he dropped a new visual. Listen, Offset and Quavo can do as much as they want by themselves. It just doesn't hit the same anymore. Like, when Offset was first doing solo and Quavo was doing solo, it hit differently and then take off. But, honestly, then they got back together as a group, but, it just wasn't the same anymore. They need to be together as a group. So, Offset and Quavo, I think they would benefit a lot from working back with each other, challenging each other in studio, etc. Dallas rapper Lil 6 arrested on state charges. I don't even know who this is, bro. To be honest with you. Rasheeda next song. Okay, so Rasheeda, I guess she goes on tour. Bro, nobody knows Rasheeda's music. Rasheeda never made it as a rapper. She didn't. She made it on Livin' Hip Hop, okay? And she was a rapper that didn't make it in Atlanta. This is just the facts, okay? So her going on tour for that one song, put a ring in, marry me, whatever that song is, right? Is she on tour for that? Rasheeda is absolutely annoying, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. This Love and Hip Hop, Love and Hip Hop saved a lot of careers. A lot of careers. Let's be honest, okay? It made a few, but saved a lot of careers. This is the guy who was thrown out of the Phoenix game, the WNBA game. He threw a green, manhood part onto the court during a female basketball game. Well, he's being charged with assault and disorderly conduct. If anybody has a chance of beating their charges, it's this guy versus Erica Banks. Erica Banks doesn't have that much of a chance. Okay, so this is Akademiks. Metro Boomin tries to guilt trip people into listening to his album that tragically flopped by persuading them with moral cool points, claiming that there was no murder talk and explicit sexual lyrics. He says, we dropped 23 songs with no murder talk or explicit lyrics. It's like this is a throwback album. It has Gucci Man, like J Futuristic. It's Bunna B's on it. She's a new artist. But then it also has like Travis Porter, like J Money, like I said. Is Young LA on it? I don't know. But, it has like throwback artists on it mixed with some new. It's cool. I mean, it's something just to drop. I mean, he's making money off of it, right? He sold 22,000 the first week. That's not bad. So that's good. Top 5 on his friendship with Pressa fell apart. He said he found out he was transmission. He's lying. And then he also said, you don't even know who Pressa is unless you mention Coil Ray. He has no songs out. Wasn't Top 5 a rapper too? You don't know none of his songs either. This guy talks really spicy, and it's kind of funny, but nothing backs up. He just got stabbed in the neck. Is this an old interview? Because there's no stab wounds. And then he says, so Adam22 must have flew to Canada too to do this, because I don't think this guy can enter the United States. Toronto rapper Top 5 asked Adam22 how much it would cost to crack his wife just for content purposes. Adam22 says, I hope. Oh, he says, Adam, did your wife ever smash a Smalley before? He said, I hope not. Then Adam22 reveals that she made $4 million off of her content with Jason Love. And then Top 5's like, oh, if my wife would make $4 million off, you could crack her. Like he would sell his wife for bro. I'll never understand that. Why would you want someone to smash your wife? I don't care how much money it is. Some things are just sacred. Like, you could never buy that piece. You could never buy that piece. Yeah. You could say, oh, I have a Rolls Royce and all that. Yeah, those are just, bro, trust me. Having the peace of your home is priceless. I'm telling you. And when you're with the right women, and it's hard for a woman to find the right man and a man to find the right woman, right? Where there's loyalty, trust, and all that. But if you do find it, it's the most sacred thing you'll ever find. And it's very hard to find because most girls or guys will be tempted by, they'll be tempted to cheat. But if you just find that loyalty, it's so priceless. Can't even describe it, You know what I'm talking about. If you found that, you wouldn't sacrifice it for anything. Then you got Soulja Boy. He's lucky he has guys around him that took the charge. He had a gun in the car. He's a felon. What if the guy didn't take the charge? Soulja Boy would be in jail. He would have violated and been in jail. The guy, they were able to prove that it wasn't Soulja's gun. It was the other guy's gun. And the guy took the charge. Or it was legal. But Soulja Boy is lucky. Let me tell you. And BOOSIE set to appear in court August 26th. We talked about this. I'm wondering how much time they're going to give him after his plea deal. He pled out. He probably already kind of knows what it's going to be. I don't think it'll just be probation. Probably like 2 to 3 years. That's why you see him dropping so much material right now. He probably has about 6 months to get his affairs in order, and he'll have to turn himself in. So, yeah. 6 months, I'm sure Boosie can make enough money to last 2 to 3 years paying bills and stuff. Anyways, it's Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I will check you guys in the next one. Peace.